Mr. Sachin Wagh. Mr. Wagh is currently the Director of Vehicle and Consulting at FEV India. He has over 2 decades of engineering leadership for ICE and EV products. Before that, he was associated with JSW EV Pvt Ltd, Mumbai, as Head of Vehicle Engineering. Mr. Sachin also had professional experience while being engaged with Tata Motors, and he also worked for NVH Domain as part leader for vehicle and powertrain, Nano, Indica, buses, and pickups. From an engineering background, Mr. Wagh is an MTech mechanical in the NVH with complete vehicle development and engineering expertise. Today, we are honored to have Mr. Wagh as a guest speaker, and he will talk about upcoming technologies positioning EV upper than the ICE vehicles. So, without further ado, let's welcome Mr. Wagh.
I could not because there is n number of information, so I thought it is better to convey the message instead of showcasing on the screen. See, we talked about the EDU and battery development. So EDU is called as the electric drive unit, so which is comprises of the motor, transmission, and inverter. So when it's actually started, earlier it was motor used to come from separate supplier, gearbox also came from separate supplier, and inverters come on top of it. But eventually, since last 3 to 4 years, the EDU has become very popular. So EDU is the integrated units where motor, gearbox, and inverter sitting in the same housing. And it has the big advantage that it has saved the space. And the housings are so smaller for the same capacity or same rating of the motor. I think the volume has been reduced substantially. So that has an additional advantage of the vehicle when we are designing, when we are putting the entire EDU into the engine compartment. We call that still as the engine compartment. That is a front compartment where we are putting the powertrain as a EDU as a powertrain. So that is advantage that in vehicle development design, so you can go very closer. So wheelbase can be increased for the vehicles, and you can make a use of the styling and proportion of the vehicle in such a way that the ergonomics and occupants' comfort can be increased. And if you can look at the Tesla models, their wheelbases are more than 2,900 to 3,000 or 3,100 also. So conventional IC engines, we are very dare to go into the category of 2,800 because there is a powertrain itself is such a big, so we have to package into the engine compartment. So that is one of the big advantage for the electric vehicle. So EDU per se, as of now, people are taking off the shelf, and the tier 1 technology player like Bosch, Visteon, Valios, they are entering into this. So everybody was worried that they are all mechanical system suppliers, how they will transform. So they have looked at the marketplaces and they understood the technology trend. Very quickly, they have shifted to this new shift of the making and providing the customized solution of the EDU. Same thing happening for batteries. As of now, the people are talking about the swappable batteries and all technologies because the fast charging is the infrastructure problem as of now. So swappable batteries also came once upon a time very hot, especially for the passenger car markets. But it will not happen. The India, there is a exclusive EVs has not yet come. It is all ICE to BEV conversion vehicles. So there is a constraint on the wheelbases. There is a constraint and adaptations for the specific vehicle. So yeah, even for similarly for the full kit development. So there are 12 important aggregates in the entire electrification ecosystems. So with that 12, there is no single supplier as of now who can give entire kit, which includes the EDU as well as battery and all wiring harness, BMS, motor controller, everything together. So this is also one of the opportunity. The technology tier 1 who can provide complete integrated solutions. So with that, the way CNG has come up in the marketplaces, so the first kit manufacturers